Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Rad from Radko Tarot, and in this whole video we're going to look into Capricorn Sun, Moon, and also Capricorn Rising. Weekly general tarot reading, July 12th up until July 18th, 2021. And if you do want to take a participation into my free readings, which are happening in the live streams I do here in YouTube, just make sure you do subscribe for the channel and as well hit the notification bell so you don't happen to miss any of my lives and in fact any of the weekly uploads that I'm doing here in YouTube. As well, if you are interested in a personal reading with me or if you do want to take any of my tarot classes, you can check out the description down below. And there you're going to see a link to my website where you can view and purchase either or both of these services. So with that being said, let's move to the Capricorn reading of the week. And the very first card for you, Capricorn, that is going to be the High Priestess here that we do have. Okay, so you can see the card. Followed by the second one, which stands as the King of Swords. All right, followed by the third card of your spread, which we do have the Queen of Cups here. Then the fourth card of your spread, that is going to be the Magician. And the last card that we do have, that will be the Ten of Cups. So it will be pretty significant week, to say the least. That is because this is going to be a week of somewhat of a negotiations. How can I put it into words? There are going to be very meaningful conversations out there where you will gonna be able to get your point across, right, to an individual that we do have, which happens to be the King of Swords. The thing is that not just only you will be able to get your points across, but also you will be able to fathom their point as well. Because if you do know that person by now, I don't know if you know them, it could be somebody you know or somebody that is gonna happen to appear straight away into that week. There will be kind of a misunderstanding, at least at the start of it. And that misunderstanding here comes from the High Priestess it is manifesting for you at the very start of the week. And the High Priestess, in a very practical level, just let me here do that. So in a very practical level, the High Priestess is a really pleasant card. It pretty much speaks about the bondages of souls. That could be interpreted in many ways. Should you be, for example, single, or should you be in a relationship right now that you do care about though? And in either way, kind of speaks that your soul is searching for her match, or for its match. In my language, a soul is she, so it's searching for its match, and that will kind of like put you in a state of solace to think about. It's not going to be even a thinking, it's more going to be like a contemplating, because it's going to be you contemplating with your inner voice, inner guidance. And that is not an intuition though. In my classes, I'm explaining what is the voice, the inner voice, and the inner guidance, and what is the difference in between that and the intuition. So you are to contemplate with your inner voice and inner guidance about what truly does your soul needs. And here I want to make a little bit of a diversion. The High Priestess is the moment where you do contemplate over what your soul needs. The Devil, it is the manifestation of these needs. Okay, so that is how the Fool's journey kind of like unfolds, and you can see how what a long way the Fool has to traverse until it reaches from the High Priestess, which is number 2 of the Major Arcana, to the Devil, which is number 15 into the Major Arcana. That's besides the point. So on a practical level, that card, though, it pretty much speaks that you are to be very well situated, career-wise especially. It shows that the week in an active matter, like dealing with things, is going to be rather monotonous. I was kind of like wrap my tongue here. So a monotonous week in term of work. Relationship wise though, like I said, your soul is going to kind of like try to find its match. And when that thing happened, this individual kind of appears into your environment. Like I said, that could be somebody you already know, or it could be somebody brand new that steps in. So we do have the King of Swords here. And King of Swords, these people, they are very practical, to say the least. These are people of power. For them, power, it is the only thing that matters, no matter if we talk about career or if we talk about relationship. But they don't come about without any positive quirks though. King of Swords, they are brilliant strategists. So if that person steps in, for example, in terms of a problems that you both are facing, they will be able to systemize or rather develop a very effective strategy or plan that will call for a extremely effective measures. It just is going to annihilate the problem right there on spot. You don't want this one though as an enemy, because whatever you are trying to hide, they will find it out. There is no way around it. The accompanied card to the King of Swords, that will be the Four of Cups here, okay? And the Four of Cups, this elemental dignity is active neutrals, and the only thing that really speaks, it is that the King of Swords went a little bit out of its way to do what he's doing with you or with your endeavor here. It's just they totally didn't have to do it, but it's kind of like it a little bit diversifies their environment and their routine. Now, if I have to speculate here, that is, if I have to render my verdict, most likely that is going to be a person you already know, and you both are going to have a different idea about the development, and the week is going to be all about those ideas kind of like reaching a common ground or finding a common fulcrum that these both ideas can, you know, unite. And then the next card, that is going to be the Queen of Cups, like we said. So Queen of Cups, this is another individual that you definitely know there. And that is a very loyal friend, if you will. It's also not excluded to be a motherhood figurine. Bear in mind, or mind you, I do not say a mother. So it's a motherhood figurine, somebody that really takes care of you or for you or really cares for you. Now, the thing is that this person, they very well know your nature. They know your pain, they know your kindness, they know your happiness. Even if they haven't been through what you are going through, they know what this thing does to you, either in terms of happiness or either in terms of a sadness. And you can definitely trust this one. For what we can see here, or by the definition of the card, they do have a high sense of discrecy, or they are very, very discreet. And like I said, they do have a profound understanding into the nature of your plights. And their sole purpose out there, it is to provide with emotional support, to go through all that, through these negotiations, so to speak, with the King of Swords. The accompanied card, that is going to be the Emperor with the Queen of Cups. And we do have a passive enemies here as an elemental dignity. And that pretty much points that this person is gonna help you not take the matters that personally, not believe into these matters that if things does not work out, all of your structure, all of your life, all of your, or everything that you have fought for is gonna fall into ruin. So they will kind of like bring, how can I say, bring a point that you do have other words in your life, rather than this, just only these negotiations for whatever those negotiations are going to be. Okay, so even if they fail, that is not going to be the end of the world. And that is what this person is going to help you adopt as a standpoint, so you do not fall into desperation, what was it, a depression, and so on. So the next one that we do have for you, Capricorn, that is going to be the Magician, and that is the moment where the conversations with that King of Swords are reaching their peak, and it is the moment where you both are able to get through each other and pretty much transmiss, if I can use that word, the ideas of each other. And the Magician here speaks that you are to see each other and accept each other, not just only each other, but as well the ideas that you do have for what they truly are. There will be no vindication, there will be no adjudication, there will be no guilt whatsoever out there, there will be no fingers pointing, and so on and so forth. The both sides are going to present themselves with a equal sovereignty and equal determination. Now, what is going to come out of it? As a general reading, it cannot be predicted. For some of you, that endeavor is going to work out, and you know, the both ideas are going to be united under the common goal. For others, it will not. But whichever the case, you are ending up here the week with the Ten of Cups. And that card tells us only one thing: whatever happens here into the Magician, whether you make it or break it, okay? With the Ten of Cups, your life either slowly, progressively, or all of a sudden, it's going to start worth living again, okay? So you are going to start again, experience happiness, joy of life. And the purpose of the Ten of Cups, it is when you do look around yourself, you actually see how blessed you are. It doesn't matter how much you have. The point is that you have things that you feel blessed about. And exactly those things, regardless what happens, are going to help you move forward. Either move forward from a moment of disappointment, or move forward from or with a moment of a happiness as things work out in between you and the King of Swords. If we do look at the Ten of Cups as a love, that is the sufficient love. It does not, I don't like the card, to be honest, because it doesn't speak anything whatsoever about trust. And my personal belief is that if you cannot trust somebody, and no matter how much you love each other, it's just, you know, it will be a torture. But that's my personal opinion, okay? So it doesn't speak anything about trust. It may speak about love, and it speaks about sufficient love, where you wouldn't care how much money the other person has. Does he or she have a home or a car, or so on and so forth? That is where, you know, you are fulfilled for what you have. If that's about love, just because it's a general reading, I feel obliged to mention it. But to me, this card points that regardless of the outcome with these negotiations with the King of Swords type of an individual, you are going to end up happy whichever way that thing goes. And so with that being said, that was your weekly general tarot reading, Capricorn. Hopefully you do enjoy it and you do like it, guys, and we are to see each other next time. Until then, bye.